This club a joint venture with the Parramatta Eels, and that is almost an NRL side. Watch for Rennie Matua to take to the field at some stage wearing jumper 15. He played some time last weekend against the Jets and looked outstanding. The Sharks, they've got plenty of first-grade experience as well. Keep your eye on Timmy Smith in jumper number 7. Their coach is, of course, Tony Herman. Right now, let's go downstairs to Drury.
Yeah, thanks very much, Tappy. A very cool Ringrose Park this afternoon for the Wentworthville Cronulla clash, and we're joined with halfback Daniel Mortimer. Daniel, big match today for Wentworthville. How do you regroup after such a tough loss last week?
Yeah, it was very tough. We had probably opportunities to win it last week. We had a very good side, and they just kept coming. All credit to them, but yeah, we'll definitely need to put those away, those opportunities away this week to for any chance of beating the Sharks.
Speaking of the Sharks, they're actually the best defensive side in the entire competition. I know you've only been with Wentworthville a few weeks now, but what can we expect from you and Fluky at 5'8" today? Yeah,
I guess we'll just be throwing the ball around. It is a bit wet, so we'll have to keep a lid on a little bit. Focus on completions. I think will be important. But big men through the middle are pretty handy through Carl Webb and Rennie's back and Pele and Manas. So they should do a good job through the middle. So it'll be up to us, I think, to create some opportunities.
Cronulla coach Tony Herman, thanks for joining us. Cronulla coming first at the halfway mark of the New South Wales Cup. Beyond your expectations?
Yeah, most definitely. We probably didn't know where we'd be after last year. We probably struggled down the bottom half, and to be where we are so far, we're pretty happy, to be honest. We're starting a little bit of consistency in what we do, and we're going well, we think, at this stage.
Cronulla first grade have the bye this week, but of course Melbourne Storm, your joint venture team, are playing. Talk us through the team changes for today's match.
Yeah, we've lost a couple. Nathan Stapleton's out. We've lost Trent Grubb. So we're probably down a little bit on numbers. But given that, we've got a few blokes up from the 20s who really looking forward to an opportunity. And it's good to see them play against men, to see where they're at in their careers.
How's the joint venture with the Melbourne Storm going so far?
Yeah, it's good. It exposes us to two different sort of cultures, two different sort of setups. We've obviously come up with a generic game plan where, we obviously don't touch on either one from either club. But, it's going very well at this stage. And I suppose, we're on top at the moment, but there's a long way to go, that's for sure.
All right, looking forward to this match. Wentworthville in good form. Obviously, that applies to Cronulla too, as I've said. Current premiership leaders on for and against. The Sharks now take the field. The maroon on the side of their jersey, denoting the fact that they do have a joint venture in the New South Wales Cup with the Melbourne Storm. And here's the home side, Wentworthville. It's a star-studded team this afternoon, Peter Mulhollander.
It is, David, and we're talking about the composition of the Wentworthville side. As you mentioned, it is a hell of a lot of NRL experience in that Wentworthville side. Cronulla, though, have been very, very solid performers throughout this competition and thoroughly deserve their spot on top of the table. Tipping Wentworthville to win this one this afternoon, but I think it's going to be a very, very interesting match.
Johnny Manna is the first man tackled for the Sharks. No doubt their union with the Storm of Melbourne has proved fruitful in 2011. This is big Troy Thompson. He's back slammed by Justin Horrow, who's wearing 25 this afternoon. They go wide on just the third touch. And in jumper number 9, tackled wide out, is Jared Farlow, former Tiger, defecting to the Sharks. Next man forward in 15 is Vave, tackled by Manu Kafoa. So the Sharks going through their paces. Opening set of the game. This is an inside ball for Broderick Wright, who attempts to struggle upfield, tackled a metre short of the halfway line. Of course, Broderick played a lot of football at Wentworthville in seasons gone by. Timmy Smith, he shaped a kick, then stepped off his right and eventually got the kick in. And it goes down to Tom Humble, who takes it 35 out from his own line. As we watch the Magpies and their first touch this afternoon, we'll go down to the sideline for an update on conditions. Good afternoon, Drury.
Yeah, good afternoon, gents. We've touched on it earlier. There is a very strong breeze running from right to left today, favouring the Cronulla Sharks in this first half. It's so strong, it's probably worth a try. So very strong breeze at the backs of the Sharks. As for late changes, there's been a few for each side. Wentworthville, Justin Horrow in jersey 25 comes into the starting side. Of course, the Eels having the bye. And new signing number 21, he's not yet to hit the field. Matt Ryan, watch for him. He's been the Tigers' best for the last few seasons. Midweek signing. And for the Sharks, they've lost Trent Grubb. He's their Nathan Highmarsh. He's worth about 50 tackles a game, so interesting to see how the Sharkies go.
Matt Ryan, a massive loss for the Tigers. Good pickup for the Magpies. Kicked by Aaron Fluke down towards the corner. Ryan Tongia for the Sharks is watchful. That will go in touch in goal. We come back to the 20. So both sides completing sets. And now the tap restart by Tonga. He's driven back by about 5 defenders. That is aggressive stuff from the home team. Carl Webb leading the way. Webb desperately trying to play himself back into fitness, has had some injuries. And you'd think an NRL berth is beckoning. Now this is Leotelli, tackled by Manu Kafoa. And another getting out of acting half was Hawkins. Short ball to Thompson, who burst onto the footy. Was well tackled, nicely anticipated by Mitch Stanfield. Now Smith, long pass onto the chest of Dean Collis. Almost got around his man. Ankle tapping tackle, put him on the turf. So good chance for them from Hawkins and across to Smith. And up and under. And underneath it for Wentworthville, the vastly experienced Chris Hicks, who takes it easily and races back to the 20 for the restart. So not a bad start by both sides, Pete.
Just going to say that, David. Reminiscent of last week's start with Newtown and Wentworthville. Very, very composed start by both sides.
Timmy Smith will be looking to exploit the breeze in this first half that Drury alluded to in his first sideline cross. Chris Walker to his feet. So finding himself in the New South Wales Cup for the second week in succession. Nathan Armott playing it after a run down the short side. Now Mitchell. And through the hands from Fluke to Carl Webb. You can just see Webb growing in confidence. He was very solid last week. And he started this game well. High rate of involvement. Penalty from the whistle of Chris Sutton. Magpies are beneficiaries.
Yeah, just see the second effort here from Siyoso Vave. Just that last one as they peel off now. Mana peels off, and then Vave just decides that second effort's enough, and referee justified in that penalty.
Anthony Mitchell away to Nathan Armott again. They'll pepper this left-hand side of the Sharks' defence all day long, Mitchell and Armott. He offers plenty of variety to number 9. An example of it there, Mortimer. And now out to Tom Humble into the line. And that has gone wrong for them. It was touched by Cronulla and played at. Fortuitous for the Magpies. They have it back with Savage. And that is 6 more. They are right on the attack here. This is Uasale. Tackle of Vave. Now Mitchell. Long ball to Mortimer. A show will go inside now to Carl Webb, and Webb will be asked to play it 5 metres out after being tackled by Hawkins and Manor. Fluke, he steps on the accelerator. A gap there, but closed quickly thanks to Troy Thompson. Now Mitchell again to Mortimer. He takes them on this time. A flick pass out the back to Manu Kafoa. Big man east to the line. Well done. Stretches out. Try time for the Wentworthville Magpies. Good work, Daniel Mortimer, during the lead-up. And the big front rower finished it off beautifully. 4-0 kick to come.
Yeah, good try there to Wenty. They've been the dominant side this first 5 minutes. And as you said, David, I've been very, very impressed here with Daniel Mortimer. Not just in this play here where he pops one out the back, a little bit of a show and go. The flick pass out to Manu Kafoa there. And had to still do a lot of work there, straight through. A lot of strength and a twist there, but Mortimer's lead-up work, that previous set of 6 have been tremendous organising. You talk about Webb growing in stature. I think Daniel Mortimer will benefit greatly from this time that he spends in the New South Wales Cup. It's just going to give him confidence.
Well, that's what he needs. And the kick is successful, 6 points to 0. And Wentworthville, great start after 6.5 minutes of play. You look at Carl Webb.
Just up on the line for me.
It's interesting there, referee Chris Sutton telling Tim Smith to move the kicking tee and ball forward.
You're going to have blokes in front of the ball. I need it on the line. If you want to move a couple of metres to the side, I'm happy to do that. Just up. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
Gee, haven't seen that before.
They're worried about this players being past the line at kick-off, David. I mean, it's a fair call. The halfway line is there, and he did move it to the side out of that bog hole for a kick-off.
Can you remember seeing that happen before, though? Carl Webb.
That's the new laws of pedanticism that we've got in the game.
Former Queensland Origin star. Carl Webb, back slam by Broderick Wright. Now here is the try scorer, Manu Kafoa. Hawkins the tackler with Timmy Smith. Wentworthville doing the hard yards. Trying to ruck the ball out of their own danger zone. Now Mortimer again. Gee, he's got a real propensity to take the line on today. That is good news for him. And of course, Eels fans giving himself every chance of playing himself back into the NRL. Mitch Stanfield back slam there.
With me.
In an aggressive tackle by Jake Hawkins. Hawkins has already got through a power of work in defence. The Sharks through Ryan Tongia. Set to return the football after that kick. Chris Walker let the kick chase for the Magpies. Made the tackle stick. Now this is the man playing in 19, Daniel Perkins. Sharks left winger. Armit, the tackler, as well as another. Now it's Stuart Mills, big lanky, rangy player.
Wait here.
Well tackled by Manu Kafoa. Now Troy Thompson playing in front of the line this time. Popped the short ball to Varve. Defence read it nicely. Now Hawkins down the short side. This western corridor they come, aiming their attack towards Chris Walker. Walker made the tackle along with Anthony Mitchell. Now the kick in the air by CRONULLA, and underneath it for Wentworthville is Humble. Had to contend with the uprights and did well to take that.
There's a good kick from CRONULLA too, and Tom Humble positioned beautifully. Never took his eye off that football. Distraction there from the goalpost, but good chase, Ryan Tonga. Well done, Tommy Humble.
Hold here.
Down to the sideline, Drury. It's been a good start to the game by both teams.
Yeah, it certainly has, and as Peter said earlier, it's a similar start that Wentworthville had last week. Let's see if they can maintain it for 80 minutes and capitalise on those opportunities. You can see certainly with that last kick from Aaron Fluke, the breeze really holding up those kicks there. Matty Head on the sideline. He's just let me know the runner for Cronulla in the orange shirt, Warwick Sainsbury's just done his knee, so they're already down to man the Sharks.
Unbelievable. Matty Head, assistant coach at the Sharks. Now here goes Wentworthville, inside from Fluke to Manu Kafoa. That was a nice tackle down low by Jared Farlow. From Mitchell to Mortimer. Now to the lock forward, Mitch Stanfield tries to bump his way through heavy traffic. Broderick Wright was equal to the task. Mitchell is going to have a kick out of acting half, and it comes down and well taken. Chris Walker did well to take the man ball and all at the precise time he'd taken the football.
16, you're out of play.
Walker, one of the many big names in this Wentworthville side, attempting to play himself back into the NRL. As we watch Latelli go forward, a good burst of 10 metres. The tackler Armit down low, Manu Kafoa up top. Hawkins to Troy Thompson. Thompson has been good for Cronulla. Good work ethic, has taken a number of quality hit-ups. So they continue down through that eastern corridor. Broderick Wright tackled on the far side of the field. Back to the open side with Tim Smith. A kick through, it was played at 6. More picked up for the Sharks by Varve. He's still going, Varve, still going. Oh, had support looming on his left. Just didn't quite see the man in time. Tongia out to Smith. They must score surely, and they will through Jared Farlow. The Sharks have hit back. It had to happen. Wentworthville at 6s and 7s. They cracked at 6-4 with the kick to come.
Yeah, a little bit against the run of play there. That ball was charged down the Tim Smith kick previously. Varve did have support there looming up in the number 9, Jared Farlow. Tim Smith read it very, very well here. Farlow reset himself out wide on the edge, and too good.